Good morning, students. I hope you are all doing good. Yesterday, we discussed about two measuring instruments, that is, vernier caliper and screw gauge. I hope you are all clear with that. Today, we are going to see the last part of this lesson, which is measuring mass and accuracy in measurement. So, measuring mass, under this topic, we are going to discuss what are the different instruments we use for measuring different kind of objects with different mass. So we commonly use the term weight, which is actually the mass. So we use both mass and weight and we think both means the same. Actually it is not. We will see what is the difference between mass and weight after some time. Many things are measured in the terms of mass in the commercial world. So everything we measure, yes or no, we measure and get it from the shops. We measure and give it to the people. Yes or no, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. In any case, the units are based on the items purchased. For example, we buy gold in gram or milligram and medicines in milligram and provisions in gram and kilogram and express cargo in tons. So everything we don't use the same unit. We don't buy gold in tons. Yes or no, we buy it in grams and milligrams only. So for everything we use a particular type of unit depending upon the object. Now can we use the same instrument for measuring the above listed items? For measuring milligrams, will you use a big tons measuring places? Have you seen how the weights in trucks, lorry trucks and all, how much do they carry? They will be having a weighing place separately on the roadsides. Can you go there and measure the gold ornaments? No, we cannot use the same measuring instrument for everything here. So different measuring devices have to be used for items of smaller and larger masses. In this section we will study about some of the instruments used for measuring mass. So before that we will see this interesting do you know part. The shell of an egg is 12% of its mass. A blue whale can weigh as much as 30 elephants and it is as long as 3 large tour buses. So a shell of an egg is 12%, means out of the 100 percentage of the mass, 12% will be the mass of the shell itself. Remaining 88% only will be the white yolk and white part and the yellow part of the egg. And if you take this blue whale, it is a weight of 30 elephants together, which means it is similar to that of 3 large buses. Next, first we are going to see the different measuring instrument. The first measuring instrument we have is common beam balance. So like 10 years before, even now you can see this in villages, we can see, but here we are using only digitalized measuring instruments. So this common beam balance will look like this. It will have two pans. On one side of the pan you will place the reference stone, that is the 1 kg stone. If you want to buy 1 kg of something, the shopkeeper will place a 1 kg of stone on one side of the pan. The other side he will measure the vegetables. For example, I am saying. So this common beam balance compares the sample mass with the standard reference mass. Standard means fixed reference mass. Standard reference mass starts from 5 gram to 5 kg and this balance measure mass accurately up to 5 grams only. Below 5 grams we don't have any 1 gram stone or 2 gram stone, which is not possible to measure with this physical common beam balance. Okay. Next is physical balance. This balance is used in labs. In chemical laboratories we can find this, and it is similar to the beam balance, but it is also a lot more sensitive and can measure mass of an object up to milligrams. It can measure up to milligrams. This physical balance you can see here because it is enclosed inside a glass box. So inside there won't be any air oscillation, so that you can measure it till accuracy of measure milligrams you can measure. So the standard reference mass you will be having. So if you go to higher classes, if you are going to use this physical balance, most of the colleges they have stopped using, but still one or two pieces they are maintaining just to show to the students. Okay, so if you get a chance, or if we get a chance to use it, what do we do? They will give the weighing stones, the standard referring measurement stones they will give you. You have to place it on one side of the pan and you have to close it. So in that room there should not be any air oscillation, or otherwise the weight may change. Okay, the standard reference masses used in physical balance are from 10 milligram to 200 gram. We can use it. So this can give accuracy up to milligrams. Next is digital balance. Nowadays for accurate measurements, digital balance are used, which measure mass accurately even up to a few milligrams, the least value being 10 milligram. This electrical device is easy to handle and commonly used in jewelry shops and labs. So if you go to the jewelry shop, if you are buying a gold for example 5 milligram, any small earring or something your parent is buying, means if you are going with them, you can find that person, the shopkeeper, the person, he will place that inside that small digitalized machine. He will place inside like this. So that also will be covered with the glass only, because no air should go inside, so that the weight may change. Next is spring balance. This balance helps us to find the weight of an object. It consists of a spring fixed at one end and a hook attached to a rod at the other end. So this you can very commonly find in waste products collecting places, like papers if you are selling it, and if you are returning some plastic items to a particular place, means there that person will put everything into one bag and he will lift it with that help of a spring. So this works on the principle of Hooke's law, which states that the addition of weight produces a proportional increase in the length of the spring. So how that looks like is, you would have seen already, it will be like this. So the help of this handle, you have to hold it, and you have to make the weight, the thing which you want to weight, it should be hanged here. Okay, so that as the weight pushes down, you can see the measurement in this line. Okay, so this is how spring balance is used, and the spring extends according to the weight attached to the hook, and the pointer reads the weights on the object on the scale. Next is, what is the difference between mass and weight? Mass is a quantity of matter contained in a body, and weight is a normal force exerted by the surface on the body to a balance against a gravitational pull on the object. Mass means the number of particles or quantity which is present in a body. Weight means when you hold something, it will pull towards depending upon the amount of substance. If you are carrying so much of weight, it will pull downwards depending upon the, like if you are having 5 bricks in a bag, so if you lift that, you cannot lift. If you can able to lift, means up, you can feel the sense of pulling, going downwards with that weight. That is a gravitational pull. So that kind of pull, we call it as, that is a force exerted on the surface, we call it as a weight. And the mass is just the number of particles which is present in a body is mass. Like if you take an apple, the whole mass is the number of atoms present in apple, but the weight is the gravitational pull. Towards the gravitational pull is weight. In the case of spring scale, the tension in the spring balances the gravitational pull on the object. When a man is standing on the surface of earth or floor, the surface exerts a normal force on the body which is equivalent to the gravitational force. That is why we are able to stand. So when we are able to stand on the land, we are able to stand straight. There is no gravitational pull for us, because the gravitational force is equal to the force of our body. The gravitational force acting on the object is given by milligrams. Here m is mass of the object, sorry, it is not milligram, it is mg, means you should not say it as milligram. It is actually mass of the object, and g is acceleration due to gravity. So you can see one problem here. If a man has a 50 kg on earth, then what is its weight? So 50 kg na avங்களுடைய weight என்னவா இருக்கும் in newtonல அப்படினு கேக்குறாங்க. Weight is equal to mass into gravitational force. So gravitational force, it is constant value 9.8 only. So 50 into 9.8, you will get the weight as 490. So mass is different. So the weight measurement what we are taking is mass measurement. If they are asking you what is the weight, means you have to measure, multiply it into 9.8, and you have to say it in terms of Newton. Okay, so the weight kg calculation and all we are saying, no, that is actually mass. The pull of gravity on the moon is 1/6 times weaker than that of the earth. So the pull of gravity moonல இந்த pull எப்படி இருக்குன்னா 1/6 times, 6ல ஒரு பங்கு தான் ரொம்ப வீக்கா இருக்கு than the earth in moon. அப்போ weight வந்து அங்க obviously கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும். This causes the weight of the object on the moon to be less than that of the earth by 6 times கம்மியா இருக்கு. Acceleration due to gravity in moon பாத்தீங்கன்னா it is 1.63 meter per second square. If the mass of a moon is if the mass of a man is 70 kg, then his weight on the earth is 686 newton. Okay, you have to multiply 70 into 9.8. You will get the answer as, for weight it is 686 newton, and in the moon it will be 114. What you have to do, 70 into 1.63 you have to multiply it. You will get the answer as 114. But this mass, his mass is still 70 kg on the moon. Okay, mass will not change on the moon, only weight will change because difference in gravity. And what is the difference between mass and weight? Mass is a fundamental quantity and weight is a derived quantity. It has magnitude alone, it has magnitude and direction. If anything has magnitude alone, means it is scalar quantity. Magnitude and direction, that is amount of substance, and the direction, that is it is towards the gravitational pull, it is vector quantity. It is the amount of matter contained in a body. It is a normal force exerted by the surface on the object against the gravitational pull. Remains same everywhere, varies from place to place. It is measured using a physical balance, and this one is measured using a spring balance. Its unit is kilogram, and this unit is Newton. Next is accuracy in measurement. Accuracy means how exactly we are measuring, how to get the exact measurement. When measuring physical quantities, accuracy is very, very important. Accuracy represents how close to a measurement comes to a true value. So எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ நம்மளுக்கு எக்ஸாக்டாக experimental value, theoretical value match ஆகுது. Accuracy in measurement is center in engineering, physics, and all branches of science. It is also important in our daily life. You might have seen in jewelry shops how accurately they measure gold, because it is valuable, so they will measure very carefully inside a glass weighing machine only. So what will happen if you add little more salt to a food while cooking? The food gets spoiled. So we have to be very accurate in cooking food. That is, while adding salt we need to be very accurate. So faulty instruments and human error can lead to inaccurate values. So நம்மளா தெரியாம தப்பு பண்ணிட்டோம்னா it will go and lead to a problem. So in order to get accurate values of measurement, it is always important to check the correctness of the measuring instrument, which means so human errorலாம் வர்றது நார்மல் தான். அந்த வேலையை நம்ம செய்யும் பொழுது நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், அந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் கரெக்டாக இருக்கா அப்படின்றத ஃபஸ்ட்டு நம்ம செக் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஆல்சோ ரிப்பீட்டிங் த மெஷர்மெண்ட் அண்ட் கெட்டிங் த ஆவரேஜ் வேல்யூ. ஸோ ஒரு தடவை மெஷர் பண்ணி மட்டும் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிடக்கூடாது, டேரெக்டாக வெயிட் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணும்போது டேரெக்டாக ஒன் டைம் மெஷர்மெண்ட்டில் நம்ம வெயிட் கால்குலேட், மாஸ் கால்குலேட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. We have to do it 2 or 3 times. We have to check whether we are getting the same repeated value. If not, you have to take the average value, and it can correct the errors, and it can give us the accurate value of the measured quantity. So this is all about accuracy. And with this chapter is over. Go through these points to remember also. So there you can expect 2 marks and 1 marks for your example, and go through this glossary also. And then in the next class we will we will try to complete this objectives. Okay, in the second 2 periods, when you get 2 periods, we'll try to complete the objectives. Okay, and the answer the following. I have given the link already yesterday. You can follow the same link for this first chapter. If you can If you miss it, you can ask me at any time. Thank you.